Jiggy and I, of the League of Assassins, would like to welcome you to our Healing 101. So, we're going to be doing a dungeon. Let's go with random. Go with normal.
Hello.
Nice, you wave behind me, so I'll make sure that I'll make sure that comes up in the video clip.
Oh, I'm facing in front of you in this. Well, in my screen at least.
Oh, come on.
We get to play the form the group game. Yay! This is more fun with DPS because it takes 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. So goes the activity finder woes in ESO. Yeah, it's Crypt of Hearts.
Hooray. Not too challenging.
I hope so. Hi! So, first things first, you have to, we gotta make sure you have your, food up. And
some grub.
A lot of people ask me, what heal should you mainly be using? Should you be using Breath of Life? You're a Templar. Should you be using that if you're a Warden? The answer is none of the above. The answer is you should be using Healing Springs. Healing Springs is the morph of the first skill of the Resto Staff skill line. That is the morph of Grand Healing. Other heals that I use are Combat Prayer and the Mushrooms from the Warden. I'm a Warden here, so that's what I do.
Mushrooms are good.
Mushrooms are good because it gives buffs.
As a Warden healer.
And that ultimate I just popped was Warhorn. The reason for that being, Warhorn gives a very important buff. It increases max mag and max stamina for all of your group mates.
You also get a crit bonus for 8 seconds.
Yeah, you get the crit bonus if you have the morph. If you have the proper morph.
Yeah. Oh, I have that morph.
And we got some good DPS today, looks like. And
I assume we're all in this stream, so I am pulling all of these bad guys off your door.
I'm just recording a video clip.
Oh.
So, that's first up. You always use Healing Springs, no matter what class you are, whether you're a Warden, Templar, DK, Sorcerer, whatever, doesn't matter. Always use Healing Springs. That is your primary heal. You can use you should use Combat Prayer because it does give very important buffs, and you should use Enchanted Growth if you're a Warden because that also gives some important buffs. But those are more directional, and they tend to use a lot of match too.
My minions will destroy you!
And as a healer, you're typically going to be expected to use lightning blockade for that offset debuff. That's to help your DPS to increase their DPS. Hey, friends! Hi, friends!
I like this dungeon. There's no fire in this dungeon. I don't think.
Yeah, fire bad. Oh wait, there is fire. Uh-oh. Fire bad! Ew! Icky ghost. And number one rule about positioning, try to stay as close to your tank as possible. Your tank is your best friend. If your tank dies, you die. And then your DPS will die and everyone's sad.
Yeah, let's see if they let me go in here. I got most of them.
So always stay as close to your tank as possible. If your DPS are being dumbos and hanging up behind you, well, tough luck. That's their problem. They shouldn't be behind you. Their position should always be in front of you. No DPS should ever be in back of you. Only the healer should be, you know, in the back, but as close to the tank as possible. Your tank is your lifeline. And
we went the wrong way. I already know that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we're going around all kinds of circles because I think these guys think we're in crypto parts too. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah. Well, there is a heavy stack.
Now, as a healer, your job is not just to, you know, heal. Your job is also to support your party. That is the number one crucial thing. You should always be slotting skills that support your party in some way. Like the combat prayer and the mushrooms, those support your party with buffs. The lightning blockade supports your party with a debuff. And of course, always use the match if you're a warrior. That's very, very important. Also, the orbs, or if you're a Templar, shards. I don't know what the heck that skill is called. You should be using those. Because the important thing about the orbs and the shards is that they restore magicka or stamina, whichever percentage is lower. Or whoever pops the bubble, or whoever uses synergy. This guy needs to learn how to stay in place.
He does.
He does. And fire bad, fire always bad. Always remember to stay out of the red circles. That's what I mean by fire bad. Whether you're a healer or a DPS or a tank, well, tank can actually survive it a lot better than anyone else. Typically, if they're built right. No matter what you are, always stay out of the red. Or the pink or purple or whatever color you have for your enemy AoE circles. You can set that in the settings, and I'm not going to go through that here. So you see, I'm staying as close to Mr. Buckethead here as possible. That's an inside joke.
Yeah, I got it. I should have put that in the video. I'm gonna kill these guys.
Bother. Who cares, dude? It's our first take.
I need it. Yay!
Hey, finally has the bucket. He's living up to his name. And we're headed up to the final boss here. This is the final boss, what's coming after us. You can look at this as a Dungeons 101 as well.
Yeah, that's important.
And once we're done here, I'll go over sets.
Gonna wait for this.
Hi,
Last member? Okay, no.
Warhorn.
We will feed you to the master's mace.
Dude, it's a normal dungeon. Who cares?
Yeah, the hell with the last one.
I'm CPA 10. You're CP something or other. I don't know anymore.
Like me, though.
But fire back. Lightning, I don't care. Fire back. And one important tip to note, your orbs or your shards should always be aimed at your tank. Your tank needs it more than your DPS.
Yo, this is a, we can't really move these guys. It's a little bit more challenging. Fight.
Excuse me, I'm getting out of recall.
Like, the center guy, he's just gonna stay there. This guy, thank you, Mr. Thor.
Yeah, he tends to like to chase people around.
And he's not very friendly.
No.
I don't think he's Mr. Fire guy either.
No,
I think he's like...
he's not very friendly. He's definitely not a fighter.
Yeah, see, he's just not good.
Fire bad? Why do I have to keep telling people fire bad? Well, they're enemies. They need to go sleep.
They should be friends. They should line up and do that.
And fire guy's down.
I'm actually gonna nuke him at the same time.
And we're done. And nobody died.
And congratulations, good job, everybody.
Well,
Sometimes I
let's
confuse
see if
with...
I have what he needs. I'll see if I have any Evan.
I don't think.
He has the bells, I think. Let me...
Oh, anything else other than belted boots? Pick one up.
He has belt and boots. I have gauntlets.
Need some J. You got gauntlets too. I have them, but they're invigorating.
That was all I have. So, who needed that? J? Excuse me. Oh, bother. Oh, so you got it too?
Yeah, I got the gauntlets, so I'm checking everything else.
Okay. So he should be good. He should be good on gauntlets. That's all I got. And that was just us helping our fellow players. Anyway, so what do you say we port back to the island and finish up this video?
Yeah, that can be. Oh, I got Lich too. Not a bad set. This is a pretty good set for beginner magic people. US again. Should we you want to drop group or?
No, I'm heading back to the island, so it'll just follow me back to the island.
You want to run it again?
Oh.
Oh, idea.
I'll be over here by Barney.
I ported to you. You can drop group if you want.
Yep. Oh, I got mail. You got mail.
Yay, we did the random free stuff.
I got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Ah, yay! Jiggy's here. Now we could finish up this video. Over here by Barney.
It's heavy.
Anyways, in summary, always stay as close to your tank as possible. Jiggy was my tank today, and he's my best friend. Stay as close to the tank as possible if you're a healer. And DPS should always be in front of the healer. They should never be behind you, because otherwise they're not going to get heals, are they? Because there is no heal that gets 360 degrees, I'm sorry. There's the grain healing or healing springs that gets a circle AoE like that. There's blessing, combat prayer, which is the morph blessing of protection. That is a cone, and so is the mushrooms. The mushrooms specifically is called Enchanted Growth, is the morph of fungal growth. It is the Magica morph. The other morph is a stamina morph. Also, Lightning Blockade. A lot of people are going to be expecting you to be using it because it gives the off-balance debuff. Always use the Netch if you are a Warden. Doesn't matter what role, always use the Netch. And that's just my Ice Fortress or Frost Cloak. Frost Cloak gives major ward and major resolve that increases physical and spell resistance for, coming up in the next update, 12 party mates. And also the orbs. Those are important. You should always be using those if you are a healer. If you are a Templar, you have access to shards. I believe that is in the Adric Spear skill line. Not quite entirely sure on that because I don't play Templar.
I would bet a lot of money on that is in the spear, as in you throw the spear.
Well,
but
a good thing I brought Jiggy along.
yeah. That, I wish we had 2 other people to be able to where everybody stands. DPS should be in front of you and
Yeah.
in front of me as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
The skeleton is the bad guy.
Yep.
That makes your job easier. It
Yep.
makes my job easier.
The tank should always be facing the enemy away from the other party members, but that's another show.
Yeah.
Anyways, sets. There are all kinds of great sets that you can use. I like to use Spell Power Cure. I like to use Chokethorn. I also like Worm Cult. There's also Combat Physician. That is a great set. Sanctuary is a great set as well. Alarime from Cloud Rest is a great set as well. There is also Twilight Remedy from Bottle of Lorcage. That is a great set as well. And Mending from Aetherian Archive. Also a great set. Any of those sets can do great with a healer. Always, no matter what role you are, just try everything. Try everything and find what works best for you. That is the most important message that I have as the Guild Master of League of Assassins. Boondastone. On this character, I like to use the Mage because I like to go for max match. But you can also use the Atronach. You could use the Apprentice. You could even decide to go with a crit heal build and go for the Thief. Don't go with the Shadow because the Shadow doesn't increase crit healing. It only increases crit damage. And you could also use the Ritual from Moonstone. Any of those Moonstones will work just fine. Again, try everything. Find what works best for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Let us know in the comment section of this video. Or if you're in League of Assassins, drop me a PM or ask in one of our channels, one of our appropriate channels in the Discord. And that is it for this video. I hope it helped somebody out there. No matter what platform you're on, no matter if you're in the guild or not. I made this video primarily for my guild, but if it helps somebody out there who's not in the guild, all the better. Thank you, and goodbye. And